Hey guys, After here, coming to you live with another old raid video. Starting off with kicking it with Black Temple over here in Shadowmoon Valley. Still in the Burning Crusade, still doing raids out here. We got, after this, two more to do. We got Black Temple, and then we're gonna do Hyjal, and then the infamous, the infamous Sunwell Plateau. So normally it's very important to understand. So normally, in terms of progression, you would start with the eye, and then you would go to Mount Hyjal, and you would do the Battle of Mount Hyjal first. We're jumping into Black Temple so that way we can get rid of all of the actual physical Outland raids done, and then just move on with our lives. Black Temple is a big, long dungeon. No easy way to put it. It is long. Look at how many things we need. Jesus Christ. So many. You don't have to kill everything unless you want all the zone drops, but the zone drops aren't, super crazy. I don't need any, so I'm not going to be killing anything. I'm just going to be running past things. So bear with me as I do that. Uh, there you go. Here, a lot of the times you're following the map. This one is probably the most convoluted dungeon above,
Blast.
of them all. Just because of one, its sheer size, and two, like the amount that's going on. There's so many things. High Warlord, Nagentis, totally fine. The idea behind Black Temple is like you're sieging the front gates, you can't get through, and then it's like, okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll just go through the sewers. Do a Black Temple enough, you can get the Blessed Medallion of Karabor. This requires you to do like attunement quests and stuff. What it does, you need to get your attunement, and you also need to get exalted with the Ash Tongue Deathsworn, which is the reputation for Black Temple. Once you've done all of those things, you get a necklace that you can wear that teleports you directly to Black Temple. Very useful if you're farming the Warglaives, or if you just really like going to the Black Temple. The fun thing about this is that you do get these points where you can mount up. This is a big courtyard that required a lot of like different, mobs and fighting. We're gonna run past all of them though. A lot of cool stuff going on, and then we're gonna fight Supremus. Supremus was a fight that required, it was essentially like kiting 101, and at a certain point he just starts killing your tank,
Blast.
and now you can just one shot him. It's crazy. We do still have Collector's Bounty going, which is nice because we're getting 4 items. Normally, you only get 2, and that sucks. Supremus was a tough fight, very, just like a hard thing to get through. But Akama, Shade of Akama, was worse. Somehow worse. Again, killing everything not bad. It's pretty good. When you get into this room, you're going to see Akama in stealth here. You want to talk to him and make sure that he starts the event. Once the event is started,
Blast.
then you can start killing these guys. You kill enough of them, the Shade of Akama starts to walk forward. As you can see, this is like, for every guy that steps in and starts to stop him, it slows him down. And the idea is that you want him to get to Akama quickly. Once he gets to Akama, he starts to fight him, and then you can start doing your damage. Shade of Akama down, we're going to be walking towards Gurtog Bloodboil. Now across the way, over that way, is where we want to go towards the end of the dungeon, but we gotta go here first, and we have to go here. A lot going on. So let's keep rocking and rolling. A lot of cool transmog comes out of this. I feel like tier 6 is a lot of people's favorites. It's a really cool one. The Black Temple set, very cool set. Let's say Black Temple for Onslaught, like just cool stuff. I think this was no, it's the not no, it was the Grondstalker. Grondstalker set, dope
Blast.
as heck. Just built different, you know. Like these were just cool sets. Hunter, what was another one? Rogue Black Temple set was really cool. You had like this liquid going on in your shoulders. Priest had like this really cool like, you know, chained angel kind of look. What did Shaman have? Shaman had like this cool. I think Shaman was probably the least exciting, but that's because like look at tier 5. Tier 5 is crazy. Mage also pretty dope with their Tempest Regalia, but the Trisfall Regalia really cool, really solid, right? The Eldor Regalia is fine. What else do we got? Druid, Warlock. Warlock always had bangers of sets in this, especially tier 5. Oh, we're not doing Blood Boil first. We're doing. We have all the stuff from this guy. That's why I didn't see him on my map. Terran Gorfine is first. Walking right down here.
Blast.
Terran Gorfine was a tough fight. He was not an easy fight. Really hard to get through. That one's known. This is also fun. It's like the patterns. Yeah, we're just walking. We're walking. We're walking here. Nice and easy. Oh, what was the last? I didn't do Druid. Druid was the last one. I want to make sure everybody gets their time to shine. I think Serpentine Caverns tier 5 was pretty great. Tier 6 was fine, I guess. Is there a season that like really? I think tier 2 probably. Some druidic stoof. Old War is pretty great. Axrim is not bad. Axrim was pretty sick. That's tier 11. Tier 12, tier 13, not bad. 14, 15, pretty cool. Tier 16. Anyway, moving right along. As you kill stuff and you free a comet, you're gonna find out that there's some dudes over here that are really cool and chill. These are the Ashtongue Deathsworn. They have some patterns you can buy. Pretty nice dudes. Once again, we're heading down into like this thing. We're not heading over there yet. Heading down this way. Know that you're heading in the right direction because you see the giant orcs. This is a long. I don't know if I mentioned that this is a long dungeon. You would think like, oh man, I'll go to this. This is faster. It's closer to the thing. Nope, you gotta go this way because that part is not unlocked yet.
Blast.
Gurtog Bubba. Gurtog was kind of, I don't want to say an easy fight. It was just a DBS race. You know?
Blast.
And that's it. That's a Gertog. He has a pretty cool staff that drops off of him. Let's see if I can get that. This staff goes perfectly with the set. It's a really good one. Now that we've killed Gertog, we're gonna go kill Relic Warrior Souls. Relic Warrior Souls is one of the hardest fights in like this expansion. The Relic Warrior Souls was so hard. It was such a pain. It required such group coordination, so much effort, so much time and consideration, so many things going right, so much RNG happening correctly. It was a beast of a fight. A lot of people would give it a lot of crap because it was like ads. There's a lot of ads, you know. But it was so cool. And it was also like, this is a horrifying fight. Like, look at this thing. This thing's a nightmare. This is nightmare fuel. A rib cage that shoots out a giant rock that has faces on it. Insanity. The idea behind the Reliquary of Souls is that Kill Jaden and like Illidan and stuff, they were trying to create
Blast.
a new Sunwell. I believe that's what the whole thing, right? It doesn't give me like a little spiel on it. Sometimes it gives me a spiel. But it's supposed to be like, the Reliquary of Souls is supposed to be like, yeah, this is, they were creating a new Sunwell, and it went sideways. And this is what it is. This thing, Desire. Go back into your rib cage. Terrifying fight. It does drop 3 different pets. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yep, 3 different pets. 1 for each one. They're pretty good for pet battling. And the final one is Anger. Anger was like, it was like you got through like suffering. Desire was a healer check, and then Anger was just a DPS race. He dealt so much damage. It was uncool. We didn't get any pets. That's weird. That is so weird. It's still Collector's Bounty, yeah? Yeah, Collector's Bounty all day. I don't think it affects pets, I guess. What does it say? Dungeons raid boss equipment drops are doubled. Rare mounts and legendary weapon drops are also increased. Okay, that's good. Don't go in this first door. You gotta go in the second door. The first one will just take you back to Gertog, and nobody wants to be back with Gertog. That dude is a mess. We go back here now that we're back. We're back in our main courtyard, and we're finally heading over here, like I've been saying. As you can see, like, this is a pain in the butt to do. This is so much running.
Blast.
Like, I understand, I guess the necessity for it back in the day was you had so many people in your raid. You had 25 people, I think. And this was 25 men. They were getting away from the 40-man raid idea. So like, I think AQ was the last 40-man raid. Technically Nax, but it was like this was where it's at, right? So this is a long and hard dungeon. That just, it had a lot going on. There was a lot of skill that was required for it, a lot of patience, getting through these kind of fights. A lot of I aggroed something, those kind of things. Made a decent amount of gold just doing these, so. Come down here, Mother Ashakaz. She also drops a pet.
Blast.
Um, that she dropped. She did it. She dropped the pet. The Sister of Temptation. Doing like these old runs, make sure to put those things in cages, especially if you already have them. Sell them on the auction house. Make that money. Make that money. Oh, I need that. Mantle for a warlock. How did I not have that? Anyway. There's Has. And it's the Illidari Council. Classic council style fight. Where they're all dumbasses. Council fights are tough. Illidari Council has the 4. Gathios the Shedder, obviously a paladin. High Nethomancer, a Zaravor, obviously a mage. Lady Melinda is a priest. And then Varus Dark Shadow, which you would think, like, oh yeah, this is a warlock. Nope, just kidding. He's a rogue. What an asshole. But this is it. Come up here, you kill it. They don't have a shared health pool. Not that it matters. They have
Blast.
nothing for health. Well, they're dead. Before you move on, make sure. Gotta talk to Akama. Even if he's ranting and raving over there, you gotta talk to him. So you say, oh yeah, I'm ready. Then he runs over here. He's gonna be, on his way. And I come up here. He's gonna open a door for us. Classic Akama. It's opening doors. Just like anybody else opens a door, you obviously use a beam. The classic opening of a door with a beam. Oldie but a goodie, I guess. What's cool about this, right? So he's joined by these 2 ghosts. These guys, you encounter them if you do the dungeons in Burning Crusade. You encounter them, I think one's in... Oh my goodness, one is in the Arcatraz, maybe? There's another one that's in a, one of the Serpent Shrine dungeons. I don't remember. I could be wrong. Make a comment and tell me that I'm wrong. But it was like cool that it's like, oh yeah, like those, I remember those, sort of. If you paid attention to the quest, you would recognize them. You'd be like, oh yeah, those guys. On the right side is where Akama ends up. He runs up here, and then you talk to him again. You say you're ready to face the betrayer. But let's be honest, his duplicity is hardly surprising. That's the skull of Gul'dan, in case anybody was interested. Let's see, and you can have it too. Gul'dan, tell your warlocks to triple their efforts. Yeah, that's what he says. Illidan, not an easy fight to deal with back in the day. Very cool, very epic, very much an epic fight. Classic
Blast.
line. But he does also die like a bitch, so there's that. Throws down his warglaves. Yeah, he comes down. And then we get stunned for 30 seconds while there's some RP going on. I think it was like, this is all the fury you can muster, but we killed him. Like, we got him down to no life. Justice will be done.
Blast.
It is finished. You are beaten. It's funny to find out that Illidan doesn't die, he just comes back. But he's a good guy a second time, it's fine. Bulwark of Aznath is huge, great thing that we got. Same with the Shard of Aznath. Pretty dope. But that's it, that's all of Black Temple. That's a long one, I know. But let me tell you, both Sunwell and Battle for Mount Hadril are going to be just as long. But I'll see you guys then. You guys have a great day.